Good evening, everybody. I come to you once again with our weekly updates, some data, some information I think you should all know, and some comments that I feel I should make. Total cases throughout Dutchess County, 2,805. Approximately 2,100 of them are still active. Total tests administered, 15,085. Unfortunately, our fatality number is now 37. Recovered cases, 693. In our town of Dover, we stand at 41. And with that, I'd like to say one thing. I'd like to say welcome home to a brother fireman of the J.H. Ketchum Hose Company. I was honored to be able to take a day off finally and be involved in the welcoming home of our brother fireman. He was one of our first few cases in here in the town. He came home. He's recovering. We're very, very happy for that. We gave him a little show of trucks and some sirens and some horns and lights. His neighbors came out of the house, and they realized what was going on, and they welcomed him home as well. So I will say once again, welcome home, my brother. I hope all is well, and I hope you recover fully. With that, New York pause is still in effect until May 15th. The governor has said he will make an announcement whether we will unpause slightly on the 15th of May or if he will extend it until June, sometime before May 15th. He also made an announcement today that hits home. New York schools throughout the state of New York and the city will not go back for this school year. That also includes colleges. My heart is a little heavy for our seniors. They've earned a day. They've earned a right to walk that aisle, throw the high fives to their families and friends, hear the cheers when their name is announced, and receive that diploma and shake the hand and take a picture with the person that is handing it to them. What we have done as a town, I made somewhat of an announcement the other night. I reached out to Superintendent Mike Tierney. I offered our help. I asked him, what can we do? And we came up with an idea, and he was all for it. He has sent us a disc and a file with your seniors, Dover's seniors, formal picture, informal picture, and their name. And what we will do, with everything we can do for it, we will roll those pictures and those names onto DTV, onto our social sites if we possible. And we will let you, the residents of Dover, see our seniors. Give them the public recognition that they deserve. If they will not be able to have a day, we will do what we can to help it be just a little better. They deserve it. They've earned it. Our hearts are heavy. I will say, and I will go out on a limb, that Superintendent Tierney and other administrative staff want to do something. They are trying to think of something to do. I will say that because they've said it to me. They are doing what they can. They want to do something for our seniors. They deserve it. They've earned it. And remember, each and every one of you, memories may have been taken from you, but the one thing that will always hold true, you'll be a proud graduate of Dover schools. 32 years ago, I was able to walk that aisle, and I do remember it, and I feel sorry that you won't have that opportunity. But remember one thing, once a dragon, always a dragon. With that, New York pause, we will be making some changes and adding some safety precautions here at the town hall, our rec office, our building department, and our operations for courts when they reconvene. We will be adding some plexiglass barriers, distance markings on our floor. This will be all in preparation for when we bring our staff back and try to have normal business done again in our office and our buildings. Pending any governor or executive orders, as I announced the other night at our board meeting, I have set a tentative date of June 1st to come back to full staff at Town Hall, our rec department, our building department, and our highway department. We will assess the office arrangements. We will base those arrangements on county and state recommendations and/or mandates. We will continue to stay safe. Our priority is to keep our staff safe, as well as you, the residents, who may come into Town Hall to conduct whatever form of business you need to conduct. We will not rush into things. We will adjust, and if it is not working, we will step back again and we will readjust and make it right and make sure it is safe for everyone. As of now, our parks, Stone Church, they are still closed. But when things start loosening up, we will assess what we need to do with them. The more the state and the county feels we can loosen up things, we will evaluate, we will consider the situation, and we will decide on what we do. Keeping the safety recommendations as a top priority. If we do not feel confident in opening any of them, and safety for my staff, you the residents, and/or our visitors to the town of Dover is in question one little bit, I will give the directive to keep them closed. That is my job. The businesses and the offices that are open as of at this time, they are deemed vital. They are essential. They are essential for reasons such as they have food supplies, health supplies, products, medicine, food, water, and fuel. They provide medical services and everyday needs. After this week's conference calls, I do feel confident that things will start to loosen up in the next couple to 3 weeks. Certain restrictions on businesses. Different types of businesses may be able to do things a little differently. You might actually be able to go inside, pick up your food, instead of meeting them on the curb if that's what they do at this point in time. They will open up, they will be prioritized, and hopefully we can get going again. We know we have the priorities. We need to reopen everything eventually. We need to reestablish some form of normal everyday life. But again, it needs to remain safe for both yourself, your family, your neighbors, and friends. We know as your local government, we need to know and prepare and make decisions, day-to-day decisions, minute-to-minute changes. If the governor or the executive see a decision not working today, it will go back to the way it was tomorrow. They have stated it will change. If it doesn't need to change, then things are working out right. It is a plan, it is an action that we will all have to take. We will do the best we can to plan and avoid any setbacks. I've stated before the so-called unpausing in the state of New York, or the Hudson Valley, as which we are known as, will be different to the counties to the south of us or even to the north of us. It will be based on the data at that point in time for our county and the towns within it. A lot of this looks good on paper, but the reality is we need to think ahead. We need to plan smart, and we need to plan safe. The gathering issue, where people want and need to get together, I am sad to say I do not see that going away anytime soon. I am involved myself personally in many organizations, and each and every one of those organizations have a tendency to gather or attend gatherings. I judge parades. I judge firemen's dress parades, carnival-type parades. I have been receiving emails for weeks. Parades in the months of June, July, and August are now canceled. If that tells you anything, I think we know what's happening. Millerton officials brought up a conversation about a local event that happens every year in the first week of July in their town, off the Dutchess Rail Trail. The words were, probably not likely going to happen. Fire department carnivals are canceling, not just their parades. Putnam County, one has canceled for July. Westchester County, one has canceled for early June already. At this time, that shows that the type of gathering is not going to be considered to be safe still for the next few months. We all want to be safe. We all don't want to see what will happen. Weddings, vacations, church events, carnivals, and fairs, they will change. They will be canceled or postponed. The governor in his press conference actually talked about the state fair, which I believe is in August. He bottom line said it probably will not happen. They will all be considered to be a high risk. This list will also include businesses that gather, certain types of restaurants, bars, bowling alleys, theaters. It's going to be a long couple months, but the numbers are going down and they are leveling out. It will test our patience. It will test our will to be safe and be smart. We will want to go out. We want to go and see our friends and our family. And if it does, if it happens, please be smart and be safe and follow the safety guidelines. Wear your masks, wear your gloves, stay far enough apart, social distancing. Keep the numbers low. The number is set at 10. Stay far enough apart if it has to happen. I know it goes on. I get the phone calls. I know about the backyard gatherings in Wingdale. I know about the parking lot gatherings in Dover. And if I drive by, I'll toot the horn. Because why? Because I see that you're doing the right thing. Please be safe. Please be smart. Continue to observe and practice all the recommendations like I've asked. Masks, gloves, hygiene practices, social distancing, staying home. If you keep doing this, the numbers will go down. It's proven that it has. They have flattened out. But please help and check on your family, your friends, and your neighbors, and especially our senior citizens. Remember, we do have a need right now. Our food banks are getting hit pretty hard, and some are in need of supplies now. So as I announced the other night at our meeting in my report, the town of Dover is sponsoring a food drive the week of May 4th through the 9th. Food can be dropped off at the town hall Monday through Friday, the 4th through the 8th. And on the 9th, we are scheduling pickups. We will pick up your donations if you choose not to leave the house or bring them to the town hall where somebody will be waiting Saturday the 9th. We do have a flyer posted to our social media and to our Channel 22 DTV. We will pick up the donations. We will deliver them to the food banks. In need is household necessities and please, non-perishable foods. If you can give, we would appreciate it. If you can give to your neighbors, your friends, families. They may need it at this point in time, ladies and gentlemen. Times are tough, and they are getting tougher. I have a quote that I'm going to read, as I always do, and then I need to say a couple other things, and then I will end this. The first quote is, sometimes the things we can't change end up changing us. Unknown author, I couldn't find it at the time. But I did have the honor again tonight to do a drive-by, a thank you to a nurse who's been working every hour she possibly can, a PA, I believe, so she may be higher than a nurse. I do apologize. But she's been working, and she's tired, and she's stressed, and she deserved a little pick-me-up, just as like they all do. So I thank her for doing what she does. I wish her the best of luck. I've known her since she was a little girl. Friends with their family, her mother and father. And they worry for her, as we all do. But I thank you. I also want to thank our first responders and our medical staff workers, our firemen, our EMS workers, our police officers, our doctors, and especially our nurses. They work the front lines, ladies and gentlemen. They're in it every day. They see the good and the bad, and lately it's been mostly bad. I received a call today and a message from a nurse that I've known all my life. I occasionally check on her. I check on the office where she works to make sure she's okay. And in her message, she said, "We're having a pretty bad day. I would ask a favor of you." And I could tell it was being a bad day. And she said, "We have some patients that we feel they're all special, but these are very special, and they're not doing very well." And I can tell that she was having a bad day because this nurse is my sister. So I said, "What's going on? What do you need?" And she said, "Please read this. I think it's fitting." And I said I would absolutely do that for you. The quote goes, "Do all the good you can, by all the means you can, in all the ways you can, in all the places you can, at all the times you can, to all the people you can, as long as ever you can." John Wesley. So everyone out there tonight, please think of our first responders, our doctors, our nurses, our hospital staff, those who are in the front lines, those who answer the call when we call, those who greet us when we go to the medical facilities and the hospitals and the doctor's offices. And we remember, we are Dover. We are strong, and we are Dover strong. We are one team, one town, the town of Dover. And once again, I'd like to congratulate and wish the best of luck to all of our Dover seniors. You've earned it. You've worked hard all these years. And once again, remember, once a dragon, always a dragon. Be well, be safe, and most of all, I hope you all stay healthy. I thank you for your time once again. And as always, #Dover Strong. Good night, everybody. Thank you.